All right, everybody. So hello and welcome to our monthly company meeting. We're going to be having these every month. Now, originally, this was meant as a crew trainer meeting, but I'm finding that a lot of this information, as I'm making the videos and stuff, is very pertinent for all the people that we work for. So if you want to put crew people on here to learn something, you'll know the topics beforehand, but it's very pertinent to everybody. So anybody can attend these. It's a mandatory meeting, but it's something that I really thought that would be a good idea. And I got to watch the participants as we go, because if somebody else comes in, but I thought it was good to get more information out to as many people as we can, because there's a lot of things that either don't get filtered down to the crew people or don't get filtered down to the crew trainers or even some managers. So the more the people, the better. So in this meeting, we're going to go over a couple of topics. The first one I'm going to be calling the hot topic, and that's basically what the company is going to be focused on at the moment. Excuse me. At the moment. So right now we're talking about customer complaints a lot. So we're going to be watching a little video on that. And we'll also have what's going to be called Equipment Corner. And then during that 5-minute segment, we'll talk about a piece of equipment, how to do it, whether that be this month we're doing shake machine daily cleaning, which a lot of people were surprised about that we have to do it every day. But we're going to talk about the daily cleaning procedures today. And next month, what I'm going to be implementing is Training Corner. And what that's going to be is basically how to navigate old and new tools in order to help everybody do their job better and get people and managers, for that point, trained correctly, and show them that the tools are available to them. Excuse me. And yes, they can. Some people are trying to get in. Angelina's there. Okay. So we'll be talking about new and old tools that will help get the crew and managers trained correctly. So we'll talk about Campus and Fred and all that. So next month, we're going to be talking about the shake machine syrups line sanitizing, and I believe somebody spoke to that offline before we started the meeting. That's done weekly, but we're going to go over that and how to do that next month. We're also going to talk about next month food safety inspections, because those are right around the corner with Ecolab. They're going to be starting their inspections. And the training corner will be about a little bit more about in-depth navigation of Fred and Campus. And let's see, and don't forget, I'm going to get the chat, there we go. Don't forget to ask any question. I know everybody's muted, but don't forget to ask any questions that you may have in the chat box. If you don't know where the chat box is, if you roll down to the bottom of the screen, right in the middle, it has a little bubble that says chat. Feel free to put anything in the chat box, but please remember, let's keep it professional. Let's keep it constructive. Let's talk about the topics that we're talking about through the video or not. So that being said, as far as Fred and Campus completion are, as we're talking about, we have 90 crew trainers in the entire company. That's an average of about 10 per store. However, only 9 have completed their Fred and Campus training. Okay, so I need everybody's help with that. That's super important. It's amazing how some old-time crew trainers out there, I say, what's the 3-step method of training? And they say, well, isn't it 4? Well, it's not 4. It has been 4 for a while. It's 3 now. So, and if you did your training on campus, you would go through that segment. So that's one of the things. And if you want to know your store's completion rate, feel free to send me an email. If you want to write this down, my email is HRAD as in Dan, the letter O, 13@gmail.com. So just keep aware of that, and let's start completing that stuff on campus. We're also going to be doing some recognition and question and answer segment at the end. So let's get into today's hot topic, customer complaints. Not only have we seen an uptick in customer complaints, the increase in rude employee has us in a kind of bind, especially with COVID going on. We really need to be more sympathetic to rude employee complaints. So I made a little video. We're going to watch this video. It's about 5 minutes. And when we're done with the video, we'll come back. So give me 1 second. I'll share this.
I'm loving it. Is this the place to eat? Since I don't cook, I'll just rock to the beat.
Hello everyone, and welcome to today's hot topic, customer complaints. We all know that we deal with customers every day, and we occasionally come up against some customer complaints, and some are really more intense than others. However, give you some stats. Over the trailing 3 months, we've had a total of 174 customer issues. 31 of them were rude or unprofessional employee at about 18%. 21 of them were product missing in their order at 12%. That's about 30% of our issues that come from rude or unprofessional employee, or they were missing something in their order. That being said, how many times has a crew or manager reacted like this?
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, I'd like a ham and cheese omelet or wham fries.
I'm sorry, we stopped serving breakfast, but we are on the lunch menu now.
I want breakfast.
Well, you can't have it, we're not serving it.
So you said. Is that the manager?
Yeah,
Could I speak to him, please?
sure. Rick, there's a customer that would like to speak with you.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'd like some breakfast.
We stopped serving breakfast.
I know you stopped serving breakfast, Rick. Sheila told me you stopped serving breakfast. I don't want to be your buddy, Rick. I just want a little breakfast.
Well, you can call me Miss Folsom if you want to.
Sheila, we stopped serving breakfast at 11:30.
Rick, have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right?
Yeah.
So watching the video, was this manager rude? Was he condescending? Yes, he was. Even though he was smiling, his tone of voice was unempathetic and uncaring, even though the customer was only 2 minutes late for breakfast. Just some stats. Studies indicate that communication comes mostly from our body language and tone of voice. Now let's take a look at what negative body language could look like. Certain things could be hands on the hips, pursed lips, and a negative facial expression. Positive body language shows eye contact, a neutral facial expression, and you're always facing the guest. So let's go over some body language tips.
Face the guest directly without hiding behind anything. Have an open posture. Don't lean on anything like the counter or the top of a register. Don't cross your arms. This sends a message of not being receptive. Show that you are listening by slightly leaning forward. Keep a neutral facial expression. And while the customer is talking, don't interrupt and respond positively by nodding and maintaining good eye contact.
Customer complaints are an opportunity to make our business better. It doesn't matter who is right or who is wrong. It's important that we just make it right by the customer's perspective. Here's a quote from Kristen Smaby, author of Being Human is Good Business. When customers share their story, they're not just sharing pain points. They're actually teaching you how to make your product, service, and business better. Let's see how we can make the most out of the guest feedback.
Start with an open mind. Display a friendly, open, and non-aggressive posture. Give good eye contact and listen actively. Ask open-ended questions, such as, what was it that you liked about our service today? Or, I see you tried our new burger. Did you enjoy it? If a guest is critical, don't take this personally. Always thank the guest for being honest. If a guest suggests to improve the service that is out of your realm, thank them for the suggestion and tell them that you'll pass it on to your shift manager. Thank the guest for taking the time to give you the feedback. Reflect on the feedback. Think about what can be improved upon and celebrate the positive feedback by sharing it with the rest of your team. Remember, take the time to listen to the guests without interrupting them. Focus on what they are saying so you can give appropriate feedback when they're finished.
Here's a fact from the Harvard Business Review. Did you know it is anywhere from 5 to 25 times more expensive to acquire a new customer than it is to keep a current one? When we get customer feedback, we need to do a couple of things in order to retain the customer. The first thing is,
understand the situation. Listen to the guest and give your full attention and eye contact. Display positive body language such as nodding your head. Let the guest talk and be able to express his or her concerns. If necessary, ask questions to confirm your understanding of the situation. Number 2, make a genuine emotional connection. Put yourself in the guest's shoes and offer a genuine expression of empathy or apology. Show genuine concern in your body language and tone of voice. Take the guest at their word and do not question their motives or integrity. Number 3, determine a flexible resolution. Offer a potential solution to resolve the situation. Be open and flexible to alternative options and suggestions. Check that the guest is satisfied with your solution. Resolve the problem then and there. Make sure the guest's concern is taken care of immediately. After you've resolved the complaint, follow up with your manager if the complaint was a result of an operational issue, such as incorrect condiments on a product. Lastly, thank the guest. Thank the guest for bringing the issue to your attention. Wish them farewell and let them know you hope to see them again soon.
as you can see, retaining our customers and handling any issues in the store isn't hard. We just need to make the effort. Let's not treat the customer how you want to be treated, but let's treat them on how they want to be treated. When I go into a restaurant, I want to be treated like I'm a valued customer. I'm choosing to spend my money, whether in a drive-thru or a Zagat-rated steakhouse. There is a lot of information out there regarding customer recovery. However, any training you may need is right in Fred under the Guest Experience Leader tab. If you don't have access to Fred and are a crew trainer or higher, please talk to your store manager or supervisor. And for now, let's keep recovering the customers and get those rude complaints down. Thank you for watching the Hot Topic for the Week. We'll see you soon.
I'm loving it. Is this the place to eat? Since I don't cook, I'll just rock to the beat. I'm loving it. At the end of the day, to relieve the stress we add.
All right. Well, wasn't that eye-opening? 30% of our issues come from rude employee or missing products. So let's get back to work on hospitality standards and our accuracy. It's so important, especially in the current social climate we're in, to make sure that the customer is satisfied and make sure we retain all the customers that we can. Remember, the customers are the reason why we all have jobs. So it's important that we build the brand loyalty and make those one-time customers recurring customers. So let's see. Well, we don't have any comments in the chat box, so let's move on to the next section. So the next section is Equipment Corner. This is a segment where we learn about some piece of equipment. Now, this month, like I said before, we're going to be talking about the daily cleaning of the shake machine. This is one of the biggest issues in the store, and it's just one of the things that a lot of people don't get a lot of training on. So just a reminder, before we start this video, keep in mind that this is something that needs to be done every day. So if one of the crew trainers out there or managers want to take on responsibility, let your GM or training manager know that you want that responsibility, and we can move on from there. So let's keep this shake machine from stopping breaking down, because this will definitely help. So here's a little short video on the daily cleaning. Let me just share that for you. And guys, don't forget, I don't see anybody chatting in the chat box. Feel free, you're more than welcome to. I know there's 19 of us, it looks like. So nice job, and thank you everybody for coming. So here we go. I'm gonna share screen. We'll do the Shakin' Sunday.
I'm loving it. Is this the place to eat? Since I don't cook, I'll just rock to the beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to this month's installment of Equipment Corner. This month we're going to be talking about the daily cleaning of the shake machine. One of the main pieces of equipment that is a constant issue in the store is the operation of the shake machine. However, one of the ways we can minimize the shake machine's issues is doing the daily cleaning. Now, depending on what shake machine you have, the daily cleaning of the shake machine is fairly the same. First, let's gather the equipment you'll need. You'll need a set of shake brushes, a 2.5 gallon bucket for sanitizer solution, the squeeze bottle filled with sanitizer solution, a bucket filled with APSC solution, clean towels from the clean towel bucket and a place to put the dirty towels, the valve cap, and the 4 syrup hole plugs. Now that we have all the equipment we need, let's go over the procedure for cleaning the shake machine. First, let's remove the hopper lid, the milkshake cup holder, the drip tray, and take it to the back to be washed, rinsed, and sanitized. Then we can fill up the mix hopper to the line on the agitator paddle, which is right here. Let's hit the calibration button now to stop the agitator paddle from moving and remove the agitator to be cleaned as well. We have a food safety point here, so make sure that you are wearing clean gloves before you remove the agitator. Then you could remove the restrictor cap. And then we could go to the back to clean, rinse, and sanitize all the parts and make sure all the parts have a place to air dry. Once the parts are clean, we can reinstall the agitator and replace the hopper cover. Now let's remove the syrup lines. At this point, we want to place a bucket under the shake machine, and with this brush, clean the 4 portholes for 15 seconds each with the APSC solution. Now let's do the same procedure for the door spout, the spinner blades, syrup line fittings, syrup valve retainers, and the retaining holes. Now let's take the sanitizer squeeze bottle and flush the syrup holes and door spout with the sanitizer solution. Next, we'll take the valve cap with sanitizer and install it on the door spout. Now we could insert the syrup hole plugs, and then you're finished. However, if you are a 24-hour store, put the shake machine back together to resume normal operation. Once the machine is all together, make sure that the shake machine is on auto to resume normal operations. The ice cream side is almost the same. We're going to remove the hopper lid, the drip tray, and take it to the back to be washed, rinsed, and sanitized. Then we're going to fill the mix hopper up to the line on the agitator paddle, just as we did before. We'll also hit the calibration button again to stop the agitator paddle from spinning and remove the agitator to be cleaned also. Don't forget to wear gloves while you're moving your agitator. Next, remove the Star Design cap. We'll go to the back, we clean and sanitize all the parts and make sure all the parts have a place to air dry. Once they're clean, replace the agitator and reinstall the hopper cover. Next, we're going to place a bucket again, this time under the ice cream door, and with this brush, the same brush we used before, clean the spout for 60 seconds with the APSC solution. Next, we're going to flush the door spout with sanitizer solution from the squeeze bottle and remove, clean, and reinstall all drip pans. Alert! If you see any shake mix in the drip pans, that means you have a leak, so notify your manager immediately. Once you're done with all that, let's wipe down the machine on all sides for cleanliness. Then, you can make sure you're on auto to resume your normal operation. And that's how you clean the Shake and Sundae machine. Be sure to come next month when we go over sanitation of the syrup lines. Did you know that it needs to be done every week? And that's it for now, so we'll see you next time on Equipment Corner.
I'm loving it. Is this the place to eat? Since I don't cook, I'll just rock to the beat.
All right. I see Jessica sleeping over there. So, so that's basically what we have to do every day as far as the shake machine is concerned. Not as far as I know, not a lot of the stores have been doing it. And it does cause a lot of issues when it's not done every day because things get stuck, things don't get clean. You know, when the syrup gets stuck and you got nothing but shake mix in there, that's one of the issues that a lot of the stores come about when they don't do the daily cleaning. It's not that hard, but it's something that we really need to do every day. Doing this every day will help you reduce the shake machine breakdowns and you won't have any customers and having to deactivate buttons on registers because you can't serve any shakes. So those are the 2 video sessions that we have. Now let's talk a little bit about some recognition. We all know about the lobby decorating party that we just had, right? Yes, no, yes. I see people smiling. I see nodding heads. All right, good. We all know who won? Yeah, Jessica's raising her hands. So Oakdale, this should be in. That's a good point, Victoria. Victoria had a message on the chat box, says in a 24-hour store, it should be done before it goes into heat cycle. Hopefully you're probably doing it during your slow periods, maybe 1 or 2 in the morning if you're a 24-hour period, 24-hour store. Or maybe, you could even do this during the day if it's slow. But yeah, you should definitely not do it during your heat cycle mode where, it's 3 or 4 in the morning. So don't do it to that. So thank you, Victoria, for the comment. So Oakdale won there, and I got some pictures if you guys want to see. Share screen. I'll show some pictures. Now, I don't know if Steve's here. I don't think he is, but if he is, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make fun of you because these pictures are so small. I did not take these, but they're tiny. But if you could see them, they did a nice job. It's a tree. They decorated the tables, nice, and can't even see that one. But that being said, nice job to Oakdale. So you did a great job with that. Nice job. I know there were some 2nd and 3rd prizes out there. So nice job to the other stores as well. We also have some newly promoted crew trainers and some milestones. So Haley C and Olivia, they just got promoted to crew trainer. So congratulations over in Oakdale. And who else? Congrats to Haley M and Greg over in Oakdale, who have recently passed their drive-through area verifications. And for those of you who don't know what that entails, basically your training manager is going to watch you run the drive-through, and you're given targets and stuff like that in order to see if you know what you're doing. So nice job to those guys. We also have some new people to the team, and some of them are on and some of them are not. But I want to welcome Rachel, who's been with us for a couple of months over at Hicksville, Kadisha in Syosset, and Nicole in Huntington. They're the new additions to Licking Management. They're going through the fast track training program. We also have Brianna in Huntington, Mike in Syosset, Haley M and John W in Oakdale, and Steve and Shania in Hicksville have going through, and they've started to run shifts. So nice job taking care of that. So congrats to everybody. The growing team that we got at Licking Management, we're over, between crew trainers and swing managers, we're over 127 managers and crew trainers. So that's a nice job with that. Let's see, what time is it? I think that's about, it's 4:30, so which is pretty much what I wanted. That about closes up this edition for the monthly meeting. I want to throw it out for Q&A for you guys, so you can either unmute yourselves and ask questions, or write in the chat box if you don't want to, open up your microphone. But we're going to be having this monthly meeting, and it's going to hold the same type of format every second Tuesday of the month at 4 p.m. Everybody's invited. I'd like to see 30 people on next month, which would be great. Everybody's invited. So like I said before, if you wanted to train a crew person on something like sanitizing the shakes lines that we're going to be going next month, have them come on. It's fine. Also, this is being recorded, so it's going to be on the YouTube channel. I do have a YouTube channel for McDonald's. I know somebody brought up my other YouTube channel before. But I do have a YouTube channel called McDonald's OTP. That's O, T as in time, and P as in paper. You look for the Big Mac and subscribe. Hit the bell so you get the notifications when the meeting goes up on the YouTube channel. If you want more information, you could actually, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but we do have a monthly newsletter out and I could show you that. I think that everybody's getting it. But here's what it looks like, the monthly newsletter. And you're able to flip through this, and there's some results for every store, birthdays, anniversaries, some new product updates, everything. So feel free to thumb through that. I've also been doing it in Spanish and English. So just excuse the Spanish translation. There's only so much Google Translate can do. That's one of the other things that I'm doing as well. If you're not getting it, if you're not getting newsletter, let me know. Email your training manager or let your training manager know to give me your email so I can put you on the newsletter list. So at this point, I will open it up to Q&A. I'll unmute everybody, and then we'll catch everybody on January 12th for our next meeting. So I'm going to unmute everybody. And why is this doing this? Got a lot of people. All right. I think everybody's able to unmute themselves at this point. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to let me know. And if not, Victoria, you're welcome. No problem. Victoria said thank you for taking time to do this. But if you guys have anything, let me know. If you guys have any ideas for this to make it more interesting for the other crew that's going to be on, feel free to let me know.
Hey, Dan.
Was it Awesome?
Yeah.
Or Anna?
Well, it's not Awesome, it's Anna.
Anna, okay.
Oh, hey.
Customers being rude and stuff, I understand it, but you know how hard it is to deal with customers that are just rude and they want everything free and you can't give it to them?
I know.
Really hard.
It is hard, and it's not easy. I definitely know your store in general because I was a store manager over there. I know how some of them, we have a lot of scams over there, and I know that there are.
I don't want
Oh my
case. so let's keep customers' names out of it though, because this is being recorded.
Anonymous lady number 1, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. So with that being said, you definitely should have some sort of book in your store, and I know South Lindy had it at one point. You should have something to track your customer complaints and the food that you're giving out, so you're able to spot scams of people that are coming in all the time asking for free food. I remember one time in South Lindy. They
complain, and then we have complaints, and then they blame us until they find out it's a scam.
Okay, so the scams out there, I'll tell you this, the scams out there are probably 2% of the customer complaints out there. Maybe 5 if I want to be nice. Okay, but they are out there. And especially in the holiday season, they just get worse. So that being said, let's not worry about those 5%, because we're getting a lot more complaints than 5 out of 100. We're getting more like 25 out of 1/4 of our customer complaints are rude employees or something missing. So that being said, let's worry about the most of the people. Let's not worry about the 1 or 2 that we get. Let's worry about it as a bulk. And it's not only the people that are on this call, it's also the people that are trying to handle it, the crew people that are trying to handle it, that maybe before you got to it, they were the ones rolling their eyes and not doing what they need to do. You know what I mean?
Anyways, then I have to go to work. I have to drop her off, but
Oh, you are coming in, Oz?
Okay, Azam's gonna drop off. So are there any other questions? I see Carla. Carla is there.
Yes.
Hi, Carla. How are you?
Good. How are you then?
Good. So any ideas, any thoughts? Not that everyone's just being quiet today. I know you guys are on Facebook and everything all the time, so come on.
That's true. Where I said that, Elizabeth, sometimes the customer is very rude and need everything free. and maybe that's your fault because don't talk that very clear the order. You what I mean? And that is the problem. And coming for the dining room is very nasty for the employee. Big mouth for the employee, and is and sometimes don't true what I said the employee. You what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. I agree with you 100%. That's definitely part of it. But, you know, there are things that we can do beforehand before it gets there. Now, you're not going to be able to satisfy every single customer. It's not going to happen. We deal with thousands and thousands and thousands of customers every day.
Yeah, I know.
But if we can get those customer complaints down, even like 2 per store, then that would help.
Exactly.
Because all those customer complaints they're not all the customer's fault. They're not all our fault.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I mean?
I have a question, Dan.
Sure, Maria.
What about for people picking up DoorDash, Uber? They come up by the drive-thru, and you know we had a whole line in there.
Rude.
Oh, I hate
Let's not
that.
talk over everybody. Let's have everybody talk. Go ahead, Maria.
So what's the best way to do it? Like we have a line, and sometimes they don't go in the first window and saying like I'm Uber or I'm DoorDash. They just show up to the last window where we handle the food, and they're just standing there and they're saying anything like, "Oh, I'm picking up anything." Sometimes we made a mistake. We give out the food because they don't say anything. We feel like it's the order we have in the screen, but sometimes it's the Uber, and then we get
So do they
complaints.
go past the order point and not say anything?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what happened all the time now. Yeah.
So that's a problem. But I know we stopped using Ask, Tell, and that was since COVID started. We kind of stopped using that. It hasn't been a standard, but I would definitely start doing that in your stores because you should have the pictures of the car in the order, right? So you should be checking that as a verification of what you're giving out. That's the first thing. The second thing is the Uber driver should also be saying that they're an Uber driver, and then they give them your code, and then you're able to put the code on the monitor so you know where it is in the drive-thru.
Yeah, but sometimes they complain about it because I don't know how that works because sometimes like they just got there and the order just popped in the screen, and not before they get there, the order is not in the screen. So we gotta pack it fast. Other than that, they complain about it, like why the food's not ready.
And
they don't want to come inside. They want to stay in the drive-thru waiting for
That's fine. They're allowed to come through the drive-thru, but they need to follow the right procedures. And maybe you need to sit there and have a conversation with them and say, "Listen, you got to give me your order number at the speaker next time." You know, don't say it in a rude way, but say, "Hey, listen, you know, next time you come in, give me your number so I can have it ready for you at the window. Because if I don't know you're in the drive-thru, I'm not going to be able to give you your food, or I'll give you the wrong food." And then we both get complaints. The DoorDash driver gets a complaint and we get a complaint.
Yes, that's true. We always act like if whatever order we have in the screen, they don't want to talk either. They just stay quiet and they look at us like, how are we going to know like it's your order?
At that point, I would park them and say, "Listen, you got to move up there because I don't have your order ready because you didn't tell us at the speaker."
Yeah.
They're a special type of customer. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, can you put the order up on the drive-through screen if it's already come up to make? Because that would help a lot. Like if we could like insert the DoorDash where they are in the line.
It should have on the drive-through screen. It should have a number with a big red X through the order that says that this is an Uber order. It'll have their code up top.
How do you do that?
If it's not working, then I'll come over and I'll show it to you because it's a little bit more involved. But I'll come over and I'll show it to you because there's a way. Because if it's not working, that means I need to do some setup in the background for Restaurant Builder.
All right. Yeah. It'll pop up on the window come into the restaurant screen when for us to make it, but I don't know how to put it onto the drive-through screen and put it in the spot where the car is.
Yeah, so what it should come up in the front counter, right? It'll come up when they come in, and then it'll go in the grill area. And then when they get in the drive-thru and they say, hey, I'm order number 5082, you put whatever the number is, and then the number will show up on the drive-thru screen with a big red X through it with no food. It'll just have the order number. So you just hand it out. But I will definitely check up on your store. That's North Lindy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll actually, I'm going to be there tomorrow, so I'll check up on it.
We have a lot of work for you in there. We have a work for you over there because some, the machine to pay with a credit card is not working at all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the printer for the label for the drinks is not working either. And the back is so slow when people pay with a credit card. It takes like 15 seconds to see if I approve the payment or not. Yeah.
Our store is just falling apart.
Yep. And as Susanna's got her hand up, I'm not sure what that means. She put a picture with her hand up, so I don't know if that's a question or not.
Yeah. I waited for you today for fixes. It's very trouble 6 o'clock in the morning for take orders and collect the money
So here's the problem. If nobody contacts me and tells me something's broken, I'm not coming. So this is the first I'm hearing about this.
Oh my God, that's why I bring it in because I knew nobody say anything about it.
Okay,
it's been like 4 days that the card reader hasn't worked.
So that's a problem. So nothing is stopping any one of you guys for throwing me a text message saying, by the way, do you know that this is broken? Feel free to text.
Oh. I will do it next time.
Yeah, text me and let me know. So I'll be there again tomorrow anyway. So, and Jessica made a good point. You can just hit skip car as well on the register in order to kind of get to the next order. So you're able to do that. Susanna, you got a question? No? All right. Anybody else? No, that's it? No? I thought Carla was raising her hand. All right. So if they, okay, no, she was just raising her hand. Okay. So that's it. If you guys have any ideas for the next one, if you guys thought this was good, if you thought it stunk, that's fine. Let me know. If you thought it was a waste of time or if it was something that was good, let me know. Either way, there's no ego. Just let me know what we could do to improve it. That's the reason why I'm only doing it once a month. But start cleaning the shake machines, please. If you have any questions on how to do it, I'll be happy to do it with you the first time. That's not a problem. But it's something that we really got to do. It's getting, I don't even drink shakes anymore. All right.
Okay.
All right. All right. So then you guys are free to go. Thank you for watching. And I appreciate everything. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the 20 or 19 of you that showed up. And we'll see you on the 12th for the next one. So other than that, if you guys got anything for me, any ideas for the next one, hit me up on the email or, and that's it. So thank you again. And we'll see you guys on the 12th.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.